My name's Lee, and today I'm going to take you through a curly haircut complemented with a fade. In this tutorial, I cover graduation, slice cutting, and how to choose the correct guideline when fading. Before I start cutting, it's important for me to assess the fixed factors like hairlines, face shape, bone structure, and hair type. This will help me make better decisions more of the time. The aim of this haircut is to add variety to the curls and complement it with a head contouring fade. First, I'm going to thoroughly spray down the hair. This will allow me to control and section the hair in a much cleaner and neater fashion. I'm choosing a fluid and intuitive section pattern to create an organic feel to the haircut. I'm focusing on the way the hair naturally flows and the head shape. I need enough length around the contour of the head to create some graduation. I'm going to start by taking a small diagonal forward section above the ear. This is because I want the hair to be directed this way. It's also the safest place for me to start this haircut, as there are delicate hairlines towards the front and strong growth patterns towards the back. I'm choosing graduation because I want to build shape around the contour of the head. This will also set the foundation for my fade. Moving into the back now, I will start to use diagonal back sections. This is because the head shape drops down towards the back, and again, I want to build shape around this area. I will keep working in this fashion until I cross over the centre back. Repeat on the other side. On the top, the aim is to retain length but add some variety throughout the curl. I'm going to be using a slicing technique. Firstly, I'm going to split the head through the centre so I can work on one side at a time. Starting towards the crown, I will take sections no wider than the width of my comb and slice through the hair to add variety and irregularity. I'm keeping the cut hair separate from the rest to ensure that I don't overcut any section. Repeat this on the other side. Once I'm happy with the top, I will then move on to the styling. I'm choosing to use Motion Cloud matte styling balm to give the curl some hydration and definition. I'm making sure the hair is thoroughly coated. I will then distribute with a wide tooth comb. This also encourages the cuticles to lay in the correct direction, creating a more polished finish. I'm using a Dyson Supersonic and a vest brush to wrap dry the sides of the head, compacting the hair down and giving it direction. And for the top, I'm going to switch to the diffuser, turn the airflow and the heat down to low and encourage the curl to come back to life. Once I'm happy with the styling, it's time to move on to the fade. My first guide of choice is a number 3. I'm going to work this directly below the foundation, which is the graduation. I'm working the clipper with the grain to start with. This will gently remove any areas of bulk before I start to clipper against the grain. I like to comb the hair in the direction that it's going to live. This ensures I don't destroy the shape I created with the scissors. The next guideline will be the 0 line. I'm using my trimmer here to drop the line down at the front and slightly higher towards the back to help contour the head shape. As you can see, the hair at the front is a lot lighter in density than the hair at the back. This is how I made my decision to drop the fade at the front. It helps to add balance to the silhouette and allows me to create a strong temple curve. Next up, I will powder the skin and use the foil shaver to remove any remaining hairs. Be sure to leave a few follicles of hair below the 0 line for a smooth transition. Before I move on to the fade, I'm going to create the temple curves first. This also acts as another guideline. It reminds me not to fade too close to the front hairline. The aim here is to leave the hairline as natural as possible while still giving it sharpness. The next guard of choice is a number 1 with the lever closed. I'm clearing a few centimeters of space here to start the colour spread. Next, I will take the guard off, open up the lever and slowly close it until I'm happy with the colour spread. As a general rule, the tool that puts the lines in is the tool that's going to get the lines out. Here I'm using the trimmer to flick away the 0 line. Next up is the 1.5 guard with the lever fully open. This will sit nicely underneath the number 3, acting like a number 2. Then I will close the lever to a true 1.5. I'm using a scissor over comb technique to ensure a smooth transition from the fade to the graduation. This technique is called picking. You can use the ends of your scissors to pick into any dark spots you may see. Next, I will move on to the mastoid bone area and replicate the process. Repeat this on the other side. Once both sides are complete, it's time to join them together throughout the back. This step is arguably one of the easiest, as there are guides on both sides from the previous panels. Replicate the same process used on the sides. Once I'm happy with the fade, I'm going to move on, refine and balance any dark areas throughout the fade. For this, I'm going to use my texturizing scissors. I'm using my texturizing scissors in a scissor over comb technique and a picking technique. When balance has been achieved, I'm going to sharpen the temple curves with a cutthroat razor. And finally, to add a little more definition to the look, I'm going to style with another small amount of motion cloud matte styling paste using my fingertips and comb to define the haircut. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and took away some useful tips and tricks to use in your salon or barbershop. To see more like this, please visit our extension education library